Good morning. Good morning, everyone. This is micro economic Bitcoin average mining costs. So it's gonna cost you 88,000 to produce one Bitcoin, while it's worth 74. Like I said, they're losing over 10, sometimes 30 grand to produce one Bitcoin. And now they have this American Bitcoin. Good for the Trump family. That's one good for them, but because all other Bitcoin is not American made. You're losing all this money. You're laundering money in my eyes. Why would you want to make something and lose over 14 grand? But now this American made, it's called, what's it called? American Bitcoin Corp, founded by the Trump family, Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. Why would you want to participate in Bitcoin? Bitcoin is based off of a fiction. It's based off of a fraud. Has no utility. You can't go buy a bag of chips with it. You can't buy a bag of coffee with it. What you can buy is precursors for fentanyl, adrenochrome. You can buy children and women with Bitcoin. That's been proven. Michael Saylor is a fraud. He's an actor. He's not buying no hundreds of billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, especially every other day. I want to see him try to spend $100 billion in Bitcoin on something besides children, adrenochrome, and fentanyl. So like I said, this Bitcoin is a scam. I'm not going to wait for Bitcoin to go up before XRP goes up or Pi goes up or any other American made crypto. I don't believe in Bitcoin or Michael Saylor or American Bitcoin Corp. I think it's a front, it's a fraud. Why would you want to lose? You're losing at least 20% to make something that doesn't even exist. It's some fictional imaginary number that you all agree on. Satoshi Nakamoto means Central Intelligence. Does it make sense to have a coin that's only for the rich and the disgusting? They call themselves elite. Why would you need that kind of money? Why would you want to launder and wire transfer where people don't understand what you're doing? They don't know. You can't retrace it because you're all involved in shit that you shouldn't be doing. You guys believe in digital currencies, but you don't believe in God. You don't believe in creation. You believe you're lost on a globe somewhere. Well, your globalist coins, they're gonna melt. They're gonna go down to zero. Hopefully, that's what I pray for. We get someone who knows what they're doing, who knows about money. Why would you want? Your dad's a billionaire. I wonder how much money your dad loses being president. Like, you guys like losing money? Is it all a front? I don't know. But I'm talking to Bitcoin and I'm talking to American Bitcoin. Why the fuck would you guys want to lose 20% to produce one coin? Why would you want to steal people's property? Why would you want to make huge energy facilities that are so hot, take so much energy to produce them for some imaginary fake Bitcoin that has no utility? If we ever get to a quantum financial system and they flip the system, because all you guys are greedy, you run on stocks that don't mean nothing. Your stocks give your billionaire CEOs more millions and millions of dollar bonuses every year, but the people working for them get $12 to $15 an hour. Their products are overpriced. Your products are actually killing people, causing iatrogenic disease, one of the biggest reasons, one of the biggest frauds, and one of the biggest scandals in American medicine. So you guys have your CEOs with your stock markets, all these medical companies that are killing people with iatrogenic disease. That's where your whole economy is based off of. Now you want to try to bring Bitcoin into it. You guys are disgusting, you know? That's disgusting. You want to talk about greed and selfish? That's disgusting. I don't respect it. I think it's disgusting. I'll remind you what I think of you. Bitcoin, American Bitcoin, any kind of Bitcoin. I think you're disgusting. And if you want to be a part of it, that proves what kind of tendencies you have. They say you are who you keep around you. I know you guys are greedy and love money, but I wouldn't want to keep none of them around me. And like I said, Bitcoin wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jeffrey Epstein and them allowing it to happen. He was one of the biggest investors. You guys use it for money laundering and black market operations. Now you want to try to bring it into America. Invest in all other American cryptos. Okay? They're going to be tax free. I hope Bitcoin fails. It doesn't make any sense for us to wait for any other cryptocurrency to rise while Bitcoin, you have to wait for Bitcoin to go up in order for any other currencies to go up. Why? Because Bitcoin's built on fraud. It has no actual utility. It has no real value. It's just controlled by manipulators, actors. One of the biggest actors in Bitcoin, the puppet, Michael Saylor. I don't believe he owns any of his Bitcoins. I don't believe he can even spend any of them. He's just a puppet for them to regulate how expensive Bitcoin will be and how much money they front and launder and force you guys to believe in. It's the propaganda, the programming. Oh, this is what Michael Saylor is doing. This is why the economy of Bitcoin is where it's at. No, it's because you guys are all greedy and you guys can't even make up your story right, so you all are competing with each other. Like I said, I hope it all fails. I hope we get real utility. I hope we get real Federal Reserves with real tangible assets. And if you want to monitor it and monetize it and watch it through digital, that would be good, because then it would be more accurate, because anytime something moved in or out, it would be recorded, it would be noted. You can leave paperwork out anytime you want, but if you digitize what your Federal Reserves actually had and what they were worth, then you wouldn't have Bitcoins that are worth negative $14,000 every time you produce one. You know what I mean? So all you fraudsters, you greedsters, maybe you're just blind and dumb. I don't know. But Bitcoin America, Bitcoin China, Bitcoin Singapore, I hope you all fail. I hope you get some cryptocurrencies that have some real utility, that are actually asset backed, and if you want to digitize them, like we said, then we can make Federal Reserves that are monitored digitally, and then you will see everything that comes in and out. You'll see what you're worth, and then you'll have real economies. Then you won't have to play these games on these Rothschild banking systems and all you fake laundering people. Tired of it. I think you guys are all frauds. All you care about is money. You don't even believe in creation or the Bible. You think you're a monkey lost in space, separated. Why should I respect you when you don't respect me? Why should I respect your currencies when you don't respect me? That's what God is saying to you. You want me to respect anything that you created that destroys the perfection that my Father created? Not interested. You guys are going to learn the hard way, or you're going to learn from your mistakes. Let Bitcoin be what you learn from. Don't be like Bitcoin. Change what Bitcoin was. Make it right. Pass your regulations. Pass the laws. Clarity Act. Crypto. No CBDCs. That Clarity Act, I read it. It's got some beautiful literature in there. You guys are scared of it because it'll ruin your global banking system. But I don't care. Goodbye to you all. Today's St. Patty's Day. I hope you have a great day.